Do you know what ECOA is or why it was enacted in 1974? Let's dive into its history. The Equal Credit Opportunity Act, commonly known as ECOA, was born in 1974, and it wasn't just an ordinary act but a powerful response to the prevalent credit discrimination. You see, there was a time when personal characteristics such as race, color, religion, national origin, sex, marital status, age, or even the fact that a person received income from a public assistance program could be used against them when applying for credit. Unfair, right? Well, ECOA thought so too. Its primary objective was to promote fairness in lending. It aimed to prohibit lenders from discriminating against credit applicants based on these personal characteristics. It was a bold move, a game changer. So, ECOA was a revolutionary step to ensure equal access to credit for all. Now, why was ECOA necessary? What issues did it aim to address? Well, the Equal Credit Opportunity Act was essentially birthed from the need to tackle two main problems. The first was the rampant discrimination in lending practices. Before ECOA, it was all too common for lenders to discriminate against credit applicants based on their race, color, religion, national origin, sex, marital status, age, or even because they received income from a public assistance program. This was a stark violation of basic human rights and needed to be addressed. The second issue ECOA aimed to resolve was the unequal access to credit. The act sought to ensure that everyone, regardless of their personal characteristics, had an equal shot at obtaining credit. This was a significant step towards fostering a more inclusive and equitable lending environment. With ECOA, the lending playing field was leveled, ensuring everyone had an equal opportunity to obtain credit. ECOA established key rights for credit applicants. But what are these rights? Let's break it down. First and foremost, ECOA ensures fair treatment. This means applicants should be treated equally, without any discrimination during the credit application process. Secondly, ECOA guarantees the right to information and disclosure. If a lender denies credit or offers less favorable terms, they must provide a reason. Applicants have the right to a written explanation if their application gets turned down. For real estate-related transactions, applicants also have the right to receive a copy of the appraisal report used by the lender. Lastly, ECOA gives the right to remedies. This means if there's evidence of credit discrimination, applicants can take legal action against the lender. These rights empowered individuals, giving them control and transparency in the credit application process. ECOA also sets strict laws for lenders. What are these laws? The Equal Credit Opportunity Act, or ECOA, mandates that lenders must adhere to various laws designed to promote fairness and equality in lending. To start with, lenders are strictly prohibited from discriminating against applicants based on race, color, religion, national origin, sex, marital status, age, or their receipt of public assistance income. In addition, uniform treatment is the rule of the day. Lenders must treat all applicants equally during the credit evaluation process, regardless of their protected characteristics. The ECOA also sets forth disclosure requirements. Lenders must clearly disclose credit terms and conditions to applicants and provide concrete reasons for any adverse action taken on an application. Adherence to fair lending practices is another key requirement. Lenders cannot engage in practices that have a discriminatory impact on protected groups. Lastly, applicants have the right to receive information about their credit application and the factors considered in the decision-making process. These laws ensure that lenders operate on a fair and transparent basis. So, how is ECOA implemented in practice? To effectively implement the Equal Credit Opportunity Act, lenders must take several key steps. Firstly, they need to establish fair lending policies and procedures. These policies should reflect the principles of ECOA and ensure that all credit decisions are made without discrimination. Secondly, staff training is crucial. Employees should be well-versed in ECOA regulations to ensure that they treat all applicants equally, regardless of their protected characteristics. This knowledge not only helps prevent discrimination but also promotes a culture of fairness within the institution. Thirdly, lenders must maintain records to demonstrate adherence to fair lending practices. These records provide tangible proof of compliance with ECOA and can be invaluable in the event of a dispute. Lastly, lenders are required to provide disclosures and explanations to applicants, as mandated by the law. This means if an application is denied or given less favorable terms, the lender must provide a clear explanation. By adhering to these guidelines, lenders can ensure they are in compliance with ECOA, contributing to a more inclusive and equitable lending environment.